We do a lot of movement education, learning how their body works. You know, how does your body work when you're upside down? You know, how does your body work in a roll? How do you roll and be able to get back up? You know, there is, you know, kicking, punching, you know, basic forms. You'll learn scenarios, but I try to make it fun and very movement education so that students grow into their bodies. As a martial art teacher, I like that I get to pass on the knowledge and the experience. And there isn't a lot of sports or activities where you get the personal development, the social development, you get the physical development, and you see where, you know, young people learn confidence and you know, they learn about their bodies, they learn about another culture, they learn how to interact with each other, and the working together and the other outcomes. You know, when you think of martial arts, you think of fighting, you think of, you know, self-defense, but what you'll find is when young people get involved in martial arts, they tend not to be in situations where they have to defend themselves or have to fight because of the growth and the way they carry themselves. What we're doing here is karate, and karate means empty hand. So basically, you're weaponless. And so what we're teaching here is a blended art. My background is in judo and jiu-jitsu, karate and taekwondo. And so a front kick's a front kick. So we're combining that together. So my students are learning, you know, groundwork, they're learning stand-up work, they're learning self-defense, they'll be learning competition. So they're learning a little of everything blended into one martial art. Yeah, well, just last month I had a mother here come to me and say, you know, my child's speaking up in class now. You know, my child's now not having to ask to be involved in things at school. They're now jumping up and saying, oh, I want to do that, or I'm doing it. And, you know, they're standing up. I mean, that's as important as other kinds of things in life, having that confidence to stand up and say, you know, I'm important enough to have contribution. What we're doing here is our students get a white belt. And instead of graduating into different color belts, they get stripes. And the idea being that, you know, a student will get their yellow stripe, orange stripe, green stripe, and go on all the way through brown stripe. And then when they get their black belt, that white belt will have carried their whole student journey. I want to help grow a full person, you know, and it isn't about the fighting. You know, it's funny, if you have what I would consider a lot of really good martial arts sitting at the table, we may talk about techniques and we may talk about, you know, oh, this was, you know, that was really cool, how'd you do that? You know, what was the base of that? But you really talk about development. You talk about how proud of your students, well, this one went off to college and this one did this and, you know, this one won an award and, you know, that kind of stuff. I've been blessed. I have students who've gone on and won, you know, national champions and have traveled overseas and won champions. But it's the ones that come back with, you know, the report cards or the college diplomas and things like that, and or the ones saying, you know, I think I want to teach. You know, that's really kind of the things that you remember.